I have the same dream all the time. I dream I have 2 legs. I dream about tiger sharks. We're swimming together, coexisting. And then I see myself running out of the water and onto the shore. Something's driving me to be near these animals. Face to face, in their element. My near-death experience has compelled me to understand more. The attack is where my story begins.
It was the fall after graduating high school. My buddies and I went for an early morning surf. We knew the waves were going to be really good, so we were pretty excited to pull up to the beach. And I was out for maybe 5 minutes or so in about 30 feet of water right off the beach. And as soon as I made that first paddle, a large tiger shark came up underneath me and grabbed onto my legs. I knew I was getting attacked by a shark. Then I stuck my hand in its mouth to try to get my legs out, and that didn't work, and it started swaying me back and forth, kind of more and more pressure on my legs. And out of total instinct, with my left hand, I started punching it on the nose. And I punched it a couple good times, and it let go of my legs, and I got back on my board, and I looked at my index finger, and I had subconsciously tried to reach into its mouth to try to get my legs out. The guy next to me started taking off to the beach, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna follow him in. And as I'm paddling, my right leg started doing this spasm, and I thought it was a shark trying to finish me off. And I looked over my shoulder, and it wasn't that, it was my leg perfectly amputated off. And my friend Kyle ran up to me, took my leash, made a tourniquet to stop the bleeding, and they said a quick prayer for me. And I remember I woke up the next day in our main hospital. Family and friends were all around me, and I remember the doctors asked my mom, do you want to tell him? And my mom's to the doctor, yeah, I'll tell him right now. And hey, Mike, you lost your leg. But I already knew that my leg was gone, and that my life had changed forever. I'm a diver, a surfer, and a photographer. I've been a professional photographer for over 12 years. In the water, that's where I feel completely at home. I know that strong visual storytelling can change people. That's the beauty of photography. You can inspire people to do something that they might not ordinarily do. I wanted to change people's perception of sharks and make a difference. I wanted to prove that the tiger shark that attacked me wasn't a monster, but instead was worth protecting. With my work, I really felt I could do that. I just have to be close enough. A few years after the attack, I would go to the library and get shark attack books. I would search the web of shark attacks, and I was curious why I got attacked. And it wasn't until a few years after that I was contacted by a fellow shark attack survivor, and she wanted to know if I knew about shark finning and shark conservation. And it turned from this curious of why this happened to me to there's something bigger going on. I'm in a unique situation to be an advocate for sharks, and it feels right inside to do something.
I was contacted to take Mike out to the Bahamas to dive with not just sharks, but tiger sharks, the same species that he lost his leg to. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know his experience in the water, how much diving, or really what level he would be at when he got there and saw the sharks. Mike has to be incredibly strong, and there's got to be some sort of really passionate drive to make the choice to go back in the water, to face that animal that affected your whole life. Really, I think it's inspiring for anyone to get in the water and to see these animals, and also just to face the challenges, to face their fears, to experience all these incredible things despite what has happened to us.
The last few years, I've heard Jillian's name come up quite a bit, all in very good context. She's a world-renowned shark scientist. I love shark science. Any chance I can get to learn good, sound shark science from somebody that's been through it day in and day out, I'll jump at that opportunity.
Tiger Beach is this flat sandbar 20 miles off the coast of Grand Bahama. Divers from all over the world dive here to get up close and personal with the tiger sharks that call this place home. The goal was to be there close to the anniversary of my attack and to document what I found.
I try not to have expectations on dive trips. You got the weather, you've got whether the sharks show up or not. Whatever happens is sort of icing on the cake. The sharks show up, the sharks show up.
We had a good distance to sail, and our plan was to dive as many times as we could before getting to Tiger Beach. There were shipwrecks, coral reefs, and other shark species to explore.
I've done countless dives out here, and you see a lot of different species, which is why it's one of the most exciting spots to dive. But really, we want to see Mike comfortable in the water and next to a big, beautiful tiger shark. That to me is the ultimate connection, that it's why we're here.
I needed some time to acclimate myself to the water and to get my head right. I knew getting in and shooting would put me at ease and prepare me for what was to come. The anticipation kept building. Jillian and I, we talked a lot about what we hoped to see. And her wisdom, it gave me confidence. After several days on the open ocean, we finally made it to the dive site, Tiger Beach. In the morning of the last day, I was in my bunk when I heard those two words.
Everything accumulated to that very moment, to those two words, tiger shark.
Oh, my heart is very excited though. Nervous and excited. Days and days accumulating comes to right now.
Is the battery in my camera, is the memory cards in my camera, is my regulator hooked, is all these things, and then you just gotta put it all away. Just trust that you've done everything right for that moment. And it's back to the swim step, looking down and seeing this black shadow slowly cruising all around you, and that's a tiger shark. This is our moment, this is it. You can be diving with a bunch of different species and there's nothing, absolutely nothing that compares to a tiger shark. Not only is it sheer size, its beautiful stripes, the way it swims and has total command of everything around it, it's its eyes. There's something about looking into its pupil and you see a soul. I think if we did one collective worldwide dive and everybody got to see what I saw for those 20 minutes or so, I think our perceptions of the ocean, our perceptions of sharks would completely change and completely be flipped 180. It's almost the bigger the fish, the gentler they are. They got nothing to prove. They've been there, done that. It's one of those things, it's so different than watching a movie, looking at a photo. Yeah, you can tell we're not their number one source of prey at all. Not even the second source, not even their 100th source. We are pretty much the last thing they'd want to eat.
Whew, that was incredible. 3 species, 4 tiger sharks. Oh man, unbelievable. At one point, the tiger shark swam right over Mike's prosthetic, and it was just like, wow. I just stopped and I looked, and just seeing that, these two connections right there in such a different way than how it all started. So same animal, but such a different experience. So to see that and to be able to be in the water with him and see that was just amazing.
I really think we're at a critical juncture right now. Ocean acidification, coral reef bleaching, there's all these things, and if I could do one little part of one little aspect of that and inspire that one person that is able to do something that helps save a species, to me, my life's mission has been complete.